Hello and welcome to another week of LMP's Inside the Circle. I'm Keith Schweigert along with our resident wrestling guru, Dave Byrne. And Dave, I guess my first question is, what on earth is that you're wearing on your head?
Keith, it's LL League Tournament Week and I'm strapped in and ready to go.
All right. Why don't you tell us about our special guest this week?
We had Jon Mitchell, athletic director at my alma mater, JP McCaskey, and the LL League wrestling chairperson stop by to talk about the league tournament. I sat down with Jon for a few minutes earlier today, and here's what he had to say. LL League tournament this weekend. Tell us a little bit about some of the changes in the format in that.
I'm really excited about some of the things we're going to be doing, Dave, with the league tournament this weekend, the 29th and the 30th at Garden Spot. One of the things that we're trying to do is really make it a lot more of a fan-friendly event and invite a lot of our youth athletes and families and get them excited about the next level of wrestling as well. We're looking at offering a fan zone in the lobby at Garden Spot where we'll have merchandise, programs, t-shirts, etc. And a lot of this has been made possible because of some recent decisions with the Lancaster-Lebanon League to kind of dip their toes into the marketing arena, and we've acquired a title sponsor, Lancaster Alliance Wrestling, also known locally as Law, as our title sponsor. And so we're looking to really kind of pick up our program and make it a little nicer, a little fancier, if you will, and as well as shortening some of the day on Saturday, eliminating the long break that really was just so that we could charge for the finals, and we're going to a one-day ticket price this year on Saturday for $8. That's good for the entire day, or if you just come for the finals, it's good for the finals as well.
Yeah, I had noticed that the time schedule is backed up a little bit. Instead of 4 o'clock now, we're going at 2 o'clock for some of the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely, and one of the things that we're trying to do, sometimes the pomp and circumstance before the finals gets a little bit long, so we want to make sure that we're recognizing our Hall of Fame members and inductees and giving them their proper respect, as well as our section champions. We usually give that right before the finals, and our scholarship for books through the Coaches Association. But we're looking at moving away from reading all of our finalists' bios at that time, because it adds about another 20 minutes to the introductions, and the Parade of Champions will look a little bit different this year as well. We'll be wrestling all 8 places at the same time on 4 mats, and what we're hoping to do then is bring all 8 of our place winners out at the same time and recognize all of them together, and then really before each finalist match, recognize our weight class sponsors, which is something new this year as well as those finalists for each weight class, and really give them their proper respect right before they wrestle, where we can share their credentials and what they've done previously.
Speaking of sponsorships, I understand you're getting some sponsorships for the individual weight classes too?
Yeah, we've actually, because of this being a pilot program for the league, they've allowed us to use the wrestling tournament to do that. Because it was a pilot, that we really didn't have the processes in place, and so one of the things that we've been doing is creating the processes, the contracts and the procedures for approval, and all those same things that school districts have to do in order to enter the marketing arena as well. And we were a little late getting started on that, but we have been fortunate enough that there's enough support in the wrestling community that we've had some really wrestling-friendly businesses and restaurants and so forth that have stepped up to sponsor weight classes, and we do have 12 of the 14 weight classes sponsored this year, and we're hoping to get them all sold next year.
Well, yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Anything else fans might recognize as a change?
Come on out. We're going to be doing some raffle stuff. We're going to be inviting some of our elementary kids in and recognizing some of the elementary programs locally as well, and using those little kids to get the crowds excited as well. Again, some raffles in the fan zone. I know we got a couple pairs of Jake Varner shoes that have been donated, as well as some certificates and stuff like that. Again, just to make it a more fan-friendly event and really to try to get some more people out and excited about Lancaster-Lebanon League Wrestling.
Sounds like it's going to be a fun weekend.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm just hoping that this snow stays away and this is all we get for the next few weeks.
Amen to that.
Amen.
Thanks for stopping by, Jon.
Appreciate it.
We'd like to thank Jon Mitchell for braving the snow to stop in and chat with us. And Dave, we got a great weekend of wrestling coming up. Let's take a closer look at the tournament itself. What storylines are you going to be following?
Well, 8 champions returned from last year's tournament, although 2 will not be participating. Aiden Miller of Hempfield and Lucas Ortiz of Conestoga Valley are both out with injuries. Solanco's Grayson Charles and Wyatt Jennings, Penn Manor's Jonah Barley, Hempfield's Brandon Loperfido, Warwick's Devin Schnupp, and Mannheim's Jared Segrist return for another shot at the top spot on the podium. And if these names are familiar to you, we've been talking about them all year.
Absolutely.
Schnupp, Jennings, and Segrist had the opportunity to become 3-time titleists. Another potential story to follow will be if 4 wrestlers who have been knocking on the championship door can finally break through. Lancaster Catholic's Joe Lobeck has a pair of runner-up finishes to go with his freshman year 3rd place take. Penn Manor's Jack Zimmerman has placed second twice, as has Northern Lebanon's Zach Kelly. Manheim Township's Victor Kennardine twice placed 3rd before taking 2nd last year.
Well, thanks, Dave, and that's it for another week. We'd like once again to thank Jon Mitchell for stopping by to fill us in on the tournament. For Dave Byrne, I'm Keith Schweigert. We'll see you next time.